Hello, this is Sarah Brosh. Welcome back to my channel. So I just want to do a video about how the Get Sarah Brosh Killed industry for moral outrage industry money is alive and well and thriving. And during COVID, I'm single-handedly keeping the U.S. economy afloat, apparently, especially in academia and in law schools. I'll do a different video about that. But I also wanted to talk about Facebook, and I want to talk about how evil Facebook is. So, Facebook is a sick and evil organization comprised of lying bigots and frauds who are perfectly happy to try to get me, an innocent human rights activist, killed for moral outrage industry money. And so now what they're doing is they are continuing the ongoing and leading the ongoing global vilification and defamation campaign against me, to vilify me as a genocidal villain who lynches black students at Yale and to get me killed, basically. To destroy me, irrevocably decimate my reputation, my livelihood, so that I can't get a job, which I'm struggling to get a job. I'm trying to get a job to pay my attorneys, and I've been struggling. And I actually feel that Twitter and Jack are on my side now, and I've actually reached out to them over Twitter to ask them to try to contact someone at Facebook high up and try to get them to at least stop telling disgusting lies about me that endanger my life, and to stop trying to get me killed. So in particular, what I'm referring to is this video. So it was posted on February 2nd on this account on Facebook, which is clearly just, tabloid fodder, trying to drive private citizen, nobody, strangers caught in awkward moments in public on someone's iPhone camera to suicide. And it's extremely successful, millions and millions of views, but it's obviously a fake news organization. They call themselves a news organization, but really it's about just driving private citizen, nobody, strangers to suicide. And it's called, I guess, Up Social Video or something. So they made a video out of different, news pieces or whatever, and it's disgusting, and it calls me crazy, and it continues. The Living or Not Being Well Black hate crime hoax at Yale was always a campaign to publicly shame me for my mental health disabilities, and this is completely obvious in the video that Lolata Siambola took herself on May 8th, 2018, of me standing in the threshold of my own isolated Yale dorm room at 2 in the morning. And the ACLU knew this, and the ACLU continues their disgusting and illegal campaign to try to get me killed and destroy me and defame me to this day. But anyway, so there's this video, and it was posted on February 2nd, and it's disgusting, it's defamatory, it's nothing but lies. It can only be construed as a death threat meant to drive me to suicide, incite my murder, destroy my lifelong human and civil rights career. It has 1 million views. It has over 10,000 reactions. It has 1,500 shares. It has, like 500 comments. So, yeah. And what I really want to say is that if you claim to be a rational skeptic, but there is no amount of evidence. I get the number one defensive tactic to try to avoid accountability for participating in the witch hunt against me at Yale that almost got me killed, of the woke and anti-woke alike, is to call me crazy, psychotic, schizophrenic, to claim that I'm a dangerous and violent psychotic and schizophrenic, and that's why all of my claims should be dismissed, and no one should pay any attention to me. This is the number one tactic. And so of course this this video does this as well. And I get called crazy, a crazy conspiracy theorist, because I'm telling the simple, honest to God truth that the Yale administration directed the Living or Napping While Black hate crime hoax at Yale, and as well as the subsequent global vilification and defamation campaign against me, which is ongoing. And I don't know how much more evidence someone needs that it's ongoing besides a video on Facebook, which was posted last week, which has 1 million views. And I've been inundated with attacks since then, which are no doubt the result of that video. And I have reported it, and I have begged Facebook to remove it. When Facebook responds to me, this is what they say. They admit that that video is in violation of their standards. They say that their standards do not allow videos that shame people, shame private people, and degrade their character. Well, that's the definition of what this video is. It's meant to shame a private citizen, nobody, stranger, me, and degrade my character. And so what Facebook is basically telling me is that they hope I die, and they're trying to get me killed, because they admit that this video, which can only be construed as a death threat, violates their standards, and then they tell me that they're not going to remove it. They're going to keep it. And it has probably over 1 million views at this point. So I really feel that Twitter and Jack now are helping me. They're giving me the platform to speak real truth to power and to get the truth out about the Living or Napping While Black hate crime hoax at Yale and what Yale did to me. And I really just hope that Jack Dorsey and Twitter reach out to Mark Zuckerberg or whoever is high up in Facebook and gets them to at least stop trying to kill me. That's really what I would like to have happen. So that's basically what I wanted to say. So, and I wanted to just say to people that if this isn't enough evidence for you to convince you that there is an actual campaign to intentionally inflict emotional distress upon me, to drive me to suicide, then I don't know what would convince you that that is the case. And you're not a rational skeptic then. You're not. Because then no amount of evidence would convince you of the truth, that there is an ongoing campaign to drive me to suicide. And that is the truth. And it's still being led by Yale. It's still being led by Facebook, by everyone who participated, all of the very powerful and very rich organizations and people who participated in the witch hunt at Yale, people who do not want to be held accountable for what they did to me. All right, so I think that's all I wanted to say. I will have all of my fundraising links below. Please donate so that I can sue Yale, sue Facebook, so I can, stop the fake news press, stop the moral outrage industry from getting one more innocent person killed and destroying one more innocent life. All right, I love you all so much for all of your support. Have a great night.